We have to pass and screen. We have to have a lot more movement and motion. The ball needs to go side to side. Every shot Rutgers is getting right now is highly contested.
He said to us, we have to stop saying relocate. What did he mean, Steph? That he was telling his team, we have to stop saying relocate.
And coaches do this a lot in some of their systems. When you pass the ball into the post, you pass it from the wing, you move from the wing to the corner or the corner to the wing, and you just slide from one position to the next. That's relocating on an entry pass. Well, that's not doing anything for Rutgers because it's not difficult to guard. They have to screen away or cut away or force the defense to shift and move to get a better look.
Meanwhile, another missed layup for the Buckeyes. They've had a few of those, despite being up by 6. Up by 4, I should say, as Osh Brown is up to 5 points today.
And this is where you can get a little bit of momentum if you're Rutgers. Get some long rebounds, if you can create some turnovers, get some easy scores in transition.
10 seconds left in the first. Beecham with the ball. Harris with a mid-range, fading away, and he gets a friendly roll. From behind the line, and this is a big story, that first 10 minutes. 6 turnovers for Rutgers turned into 10 Buckeye points.
Yeah, it's so important to take care of the basketball, especially against this Ohio State press. You've got to be able to give yourself a chance offensively if you're Rutgers.
Here we go, Buckeyes! Here we go! Here we go!
There's a shoe in the middle of the court. Ricky Harris gives a second opportunity until 2 Scarlet Knights reach in there. Osh Brown was missing the shoe as she's lacing it up right now.
You see Osh Brown right there trying to get over the screen and just fell out of her shoe. Kind of hanging out there for a little bit until she could go retrieve it.
Do you teach players what to do if that happens?
I've got to say, I've never taken time out of practice to talk about what happens if you lose your shoe.
Man, that's got to be priority 1, Steph.
I guess priority 1 would be time tight enough that you don't come out of them like that, right?
A rebound for Shug Dixon. 11 points for Rutgers in the first quarter. They're going to have to do better than that offensively if they're going to get a big road win here and snap their 9-game losing streak. Miller on Dixon.
And it seemed like that was really good action. And you got Osh Brown rolling J.C. Sheldon down. Now you have to know that's when I get Osh Brown the basketball, when she's got a guard on her and can go to work on the post.
Another deep one from Mike Sill. In and out. Would have been her 4th of the game. Looks like they'll say it stays here with the Buckeyes.
Second for Rutgers, Jalen Mason. Placing Shug Dixon.
Ohio State yet to even attempt a free throw in this game. Another in and out 3, this one from Braxton Miller. Quickly down the other end. That shot is up and good.
Victoria Morris.
That's Victoria Morris, the grad senior, one of 4 players who are playing in Ohio from Ohio on this Rutgers roster.
Yeah, and that's really good, again, getting out in transition for Rutgers and putting pressure on the defense, getting layups or getting chances to get to the foul line.
Double team on Mike Sell. Wide open Ricky Harris. Here comes Morris again. All the way herself, yes!
Long shots, long rebounds. If Rutgers can make sure they've got a hand in the face, get someone other than Taylor Mikesell to take that shot, they get opportunities in transition, and Morris continues to take advantage.
Looks like Mika Lashikova might have got poked in the face there. They played a week ago. She hit 5 3-pointers. She had 7 the whole year, and then she hit 5 in their last game. Who do you think she is? Taylor Mikesell?
Sometimes that gets contagious, right? Everybody, sometimes it's just always going in, and she wanted to show that she had some range.
Mikesell with the board. And can a team, Steph, it's contagious when it works, but can a team sometimes fall into shooting too many threes?
Yes, oftentimes. And, you know, for Ohio State, they're playing with such confidence offensively. I mean, it doesn't matter where they're playing. We saw it in the game at Iowa on the road. They just shot the lights out of the ball as well. And there are days where that doesn't happen, and then you have to revert to, as Kevin McGuff was telling us, to your defensive principles, and you've got to be able to get stops, which is an area that he wants this team to continue to grow and get better.
The magic number for Ohio State this year has been 70. If they've gone under 70, they're 1-2. If they've gone over 70, they're 15-2. And Rebecca Harris moves them up to 19 so far today.
Being able to move without the ball, being able to have balance in how you're scoring the basketball is really important, and Ohio State has found a way to do that. Particularly against Rutgers. We saw 5 or 6 backdoor cut opportunities in that first matchup against these two teams.
Absolutely. Destiny Marshall's shot offline. Fight for the board goes to Harris, and that was something the coach even said to us. He said they got 8 easy points off us because they used the backdoor cuts. We haven't seen it yet today. We have seen them certainly try to shoot the 3. That's 12 three-point attempts for Ohio State early on.
Well, they shot 27 the last time these two teams met. They hit 11 of them. But, you know, Kevin McGuff also mentioned to us he would like to see his team get deeper into the shot clock on the offensive end. Sometimes it's really easy to fall into, let's just take the first open shot, particularly when you're shooting it well, and not necessarily working through the off and not been able to get anything in transition.
What feels different these first 4 minutes for them offensively versus that second quarter?
Well, I think in the second quarter they were able to create offense off their defense. You know, there were long shots by Ohio State that led to runouts for Rutgers. They were getting their hands on the ball, getting some steals, creating some turnovers. This is a Rutgers team that if they have to grind it out in the quarter court like this, they struggle. Again, they lost their top 5 scorers from a year ago.
That's an
3 of
offensive
them,
foul on Lassiter.
And 3 of them, Mike, they lost over 50 points a ball game. And you see Lassiter going to the rim trying to make something happen. If that's on Lassiter, that's her 4th.
She's in trouble. Meanwhile, they get a steal and an opportunity until Braxton Miller commits a foul. But you're right, Lassiter now has 4 fouls. She has been the offense, the team leading 12 points. But she's going to head to the bench. We might not see her till the 4th. So who's got to step up? Is it Osh Brown? Do they try to get to her inside to score?
Well, Osh Brown hasn't gotten many touches. I mean, it's tough when you're an undersized post inside against Mika Lashikova. Now she's got Braxton Miller on her. Might be a good opportunity to get her a touch right here.
Singleton instead tries to take over. Does draw a foul. Could have been a travel, but they'll call a foul. There's Lassiter.
Looks like Lassiter was trying to go to the bench with those 4 fouls and didn't get the sub in.
Created the turnover before she did head to the bench. Taylor Mikesell, so hot in the first quarter, has not scored except for 1 3-pointer since that red-hot first 10 minutes. I mentioned Sheldon and Mikesell, such a great scoring duo. They've only got 21 at this point in the game. They average about 40. Offensive fouls are piling up. That one's on Mika Lashikova. So Ohio State has taken charge, and we're still waiting for Rutgers to score here in the third quarter.
Well, this is what we've seen from Rutgers this season. They've been a little up and down.
There's your stat of the day presented by Disney Parks, and we mentioned no free throw attempts for Ohio State in the entire first half. They've had 8 here in the third quarter, and by the way, have made all 8 free throw attempts. As the Scarlet Knights try to go inside, but it's through the hands of Awa Sidibe.
Yeah, that was a missed opportunity right there. Good execution to get what they wanted inside, but just not able to hold on to the basketball. And that's the thing, Mike. When you have trouble scoring the basketball, you can't afford missed opportunities. Your margin for error is so slim.
So add that, you're against a ranked opponent. You're on the road, too. They can't miss many. Harris misses, and Singleton has the board. Done a nice job getting rebounds today, Singleton has. That's her 8th of the game. You said they got to turn defense into offense. They get a stop. Go to Osh Brown. Does not draw the whistle. Singleton fights for it, and it'll stay here.
But even that possession, they got an interior post pass to Osh Brown, but it was incredibly difficult. Every time she touches the ball right now, she's having to make something happen. Nothing is coming easy. And you got to give credit to Ohio State's interior defense. Kevin McGuff talked to us about that. He said, we have to do a better job of defending inside, and they have. Offensive
woes continue for the Scarlet Knights. Beecham, what a great pass to set her up. It's a 13-0 Ohio State run in this third quarter. Bring in Victoria Morris, who brings a spark and finally brings some points for the Scarlet Knights. Their first points after almost 7 minutes of action in the second half.
Well, Morris was a spark for them in the first half, getting involved in transition. And right now, Rutgers has to lock down on D. They have to create some havoc.
As brutal as it has been for them in this third quarter, they are still down only one possession. Harris the deep, and the rebound to Stephanie Guillon checking into the game. Rutgers really using their bench. Whistle. That will mean Victoria Morris is off to the free throw line, and a chance for Rutgers to score from there.
Again, able to push in transition. That's a good change of pace, and Mike Sell just gets her right on the elbow. Those kinds of fouls are what give coaches gray hair, Mike. Those fouling jump shooters, taking difficult shots. You want them to make difficult shots. You don't want to send them to the foul line.
Sure enough, she hits the first free throw. Tim Eamon's got 4 players on his roster from the state of Ohio. Morris at the free throw line is one of them. Sakima Walker, Jalen Mason, Osh Brown, the other ones. 1-point ball game in Columbus. Scarlet Knights haven't had a road win all season, let alone a Big Ten win all season. Braxton Miller's three-point shot is good.
Braxton Miller for 3.
Braxton Miller's timely shots. I mean, she's not taking the volume of shots that Taylor Mikesell or J.C. Sheldon are taking, but she's making timely shots for this ball club.
And she could. I mean, she has that skill set. She was a great three-point. Oh, my. How about that? Awa Sidibe. What a tough shot.
Using her length, shooting over a smaller defender.
There's Miller.
This is a good thing for Rutgers. I mean, Tim Eatman talked to us about the fact that we want our team to find some confidence and get on a little bit of a run heading into the Big Ten tournament. Getting production from multiple players is important.
Osh Brown grabbed the foul. Let's look back at what Sidibe did.
I mean, nice move, spin move, elevating over a defender. Really good finish. And then on the other end, good extra pass by Mikesell, and Braxton Miller knocking into the 3.
I mentioned Miller was good at so many things. She spent 2 years at Oklahoma State before transferring here. She's 9th on the all-time Cowboy list for made threes. She was only there 2 years. I mean, she really can be an offensive threat. They just haven't asked her to be that on this team, so she fills other roles as Ohio State forces a turnover there.
Well, good defensive position by Sheldon, and just the outstretched arm of Morris. Anytime you extend that forearm, they're going to call that offensive foul.
Morris does seem to provide a little bit of energy She's quick with the ball, and they've now got at least 6 points in this quarter, which is a lot better than the 0 they had the first 7 minutes. Quick three from Mikesell, dangerous as always. Her 5th three-pointer.
The best time for a shooter to get a shot is after setting a screen. You setting a screen from your teammate, multiple players have to be involved in that action, and she gets loose for the 3.
Morris with Sheldon on her, trying to answer to keep Rutgers close in this game. Mikesell forces the turnover, then ripped right back. Sidibe in the lane, no travel, bucket good.
Sidibe's got the spin move down.
J.C. Sheldon double teamed and loses it. No whistle. Sounded like there was one. Here's a chance for the Scarlet Knights. Oh, the bank shot goes, and momentum might be back on the Rutgers side as Victoria Morris and
continue to be in it for one another.
They haven't won a game since December 18th, but their energy does not look like that at all. And this is a team, they were down 21 against Purdue and came back. Down 18 against Harvard, came back and won the game. Had big comebacks against Northwestern and DePaul. So when they struggled and were down early and couldn't score in the first quarter, it's no surprise that they didn't quit, because this team is close to getting those victories.
Tim Eatman talks to us about that. This is just, it's the Rutgers identity. They fight, they claw, they don't quit, they stay in it together, and they have. And he's looking for them to just put 40 minutes together to get themselves over the hump, to start to gain some momentum.
See, Lassiter is in the game. She's got 4 fouls. She has the ball right now. Hit those 4 straight three-pointers in the second quarter to give the Scarlet Knights the lead. Forces up a shot that does not hit iron, so that'll be a turnover. But keep an eye, she's got those 4 fouls.
Yeah, Lassiter's going to have to be really smart on both ends of the floor with those 4 fouls. And it'll be interesting to see how Tim Eatman utilizes her, probably bringing her in and out in certain possessions in this quarter.
Mikesell has a game-high 19 points. Mikulashikova has 3 inches on Osh Brown in terms of height and used it on that possession.
Mikulashikova hasn't gotten a lot of touches with her back to the basket down low. And that was a good opportunity for Ohio State to get a quick score.
Victoria Morris has been great for Rutgers. Short on that shot as Brown fights for the board, but too strong a pass. You can see that for them the second it was started. That would have been a tough one for Sidibe to hold on to.
Yeah, another missed opportunity. You get an extra possession. You've got to be able to at least give yourself an opportunity to get a shot.
Ohio State has been excellent since the calendar turned to 2022. 8 games, 7 of them victories. Well, they're in for a fight here at home against the Scarlet Knights. Mikesell with a miss. Rutgers can tie it with a 3. Brown trying to get positioning inside and draws a foul from J.C. Sheldon.
And I think Rutgers, this is when you have an advantage. When you're in transition and there's a mismatch down low, get Osh Brown a touch when it's J.C. Sheldon, when it's Ricky Harris, when it's Taylor Mikesell that's guarding her, as opposed to having to go against a big inside.
Morris at the free throw line. Man, has she stepped up. A dozen points.
She's been good, and her pace, her energy level. She's playing fast. She's getting the ball up and down the floor.
Many transfers on this roster. She was at Old Dominion, led them in scoring all 4 years that she was there. Only averages 3 points a game. She's picked up the 4th time this year she's had double-digit points, and that feed inside to Brown, no good. It's a turnover, another turnover, the 18th of the game for Rutgers.
Well, Victoria Morris has been so good for Rutgers. Does a good job right there of using the ball screen, of losing her defender and knocking down a mid-range pull-up.
Mike Sell double teamed again. We've seen a lot of that in the second half. Braxton Miller in the lane, draws the whistle, and will go to the line.
Rutgers foul number 5, Victoria Morris for second foul, team foul number 1.
Still a one-point game here in Columbus. As for the men, on Wednesday, E.J. Liddell and the Buckeyes clash with Ron Harper Jr. and the Scarlet Knights. Then the Gophers battle the Huskers. Don't miss a men's doubleheader Wednesday on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. E.J. Liddell, a near triple-double their last game. 24, 11, and 5 assists in the win over Maryland. Playing a great season. Both free throws good by Miller. It's a 3-point lead for the Buckeyes. Near steal from Sheldon. But Morris contains it. Singleton with the pick. Morris with the 2.
Victoria Morris has been really good in that two-man game, that high middle screen and roll. A good job of not over-penetrating on that possession.
Morris not only did not score the last time Rutgers played, she only played 3 minutes. And she's got 14 on the road against OSU. Open look for Harris. Rebound Lassiter. And they're running.
Got to throw it up. You have an advantage.
Osh Brown fights it in. And the Rutgers Scarlet Knights are back on top. Time out.
This is how Rutgers got themselves.
Last year, they won. They haven't won a conference game since then, but if they can hold on to this slim lead for the last 6 minutes and 5 seconds, they will snap that losing streak.
Well, they have seemed to have had Ohio State's number, and Kevin McGuff talked about it. Like, this is just a tough matchup for us.
First meeting was only a 9-point game, and if you watch it, it was close throughout. Never felt like Ohio State was comfortable in that one. Mike Sell, always comfortable from deep. Her 6th three-pointer.
And that's the thing, when you're in tight ball games like this, you can't forget about scouting report defense. You cannot allow Taylor Mikesell to get an open look.
She's up to 22 points. The best three-point shooter in the league is bringing it, and her team needs it. Driving is Lassiter. Stealing is Lassiter. Losing it is Lassiter. How about every Scarlet Knight coming over to grab her after a wild 10 seconds?
Yeah, I love that. I mean, the energy from the bench has been terrific. I mean, this is a team and a program that continues to fight and claw and believe.
Sheldon, that emphasis the Buckeyes seem to have this second half of driving when they can. And rebound to Sidibe.
And this is where, if you're Kevin McGuff, he's talking about shot selection. At this point in the ball game, it's a 2-point ball game. They don't want Mika Lashikova taking that shot. They want to get the ball in J.C. Sheldon's hands. They want to get the ball in Taylor Mikesell's hands. They want to get the ball in Braxton Miller's hands and really work the offense to get a high percentage look, because Rutgers will live with Mika Lashikova shooting that shot. They'll live with Ricky Harris shooting that shot.
Right. Mika Lashikova hit 5 threes in her last game, but she's not known as a three-point shooter. She just happened to be open and had a hot game. They're okay with that. It's a 2-point lead for Ohio State. Lassiter with 4 fouls. Inside to Singleton. Sheldon with the board. And
Missed opportunity. That's a missed opportunity right there, Mike. Perfect execution. Osh Brown showed her numbers. She was wide open. You got to give her a touch as J.C. Sheldon makes him pay on the other end.
What a swing. Sheldon comes right back, drives straight down the lane, and stretches the lead to 4. Where does Rutgers Rutgers go for offense. Sidibe inside, spinning against Harris. No, and Sheldon goes up for the board and draws the whistle.
Really good defense right here by Ricky Harris. She closes the gap. Sidibe had a couple of those reverses where she had shot over her, and then J.C. Sheldon in transition just slows it down, change of pace, and then explodes out for the easy two.
Yeah, Sheldon not scoring the way she normally does, but 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Finding teammates. Mike Sell with an inside shot for 2, and the lead's up to 6. Tim Eatman wants to talk this over because they were up by 1. And
but they're missing opportunities to hit Osh Brown. They're missing opportunities to get her a touch when she has a clear mismatch.
Morris has been the offensive spark. Driving, ditching, Brown laying it in.
2 feet in the paint, break down the defense. That was a really good job of getting downhill by Morris.
Harris drives immediately. Singleton puts her hands on the ball and forces a turnover.
Great defense right here. Singleton gets in the help side, gets a hand on it, and then this is really good execution after a timeout. You can tell that in the huddle, when they came out, Rutgers understood this is what we're trying to get.
Morris, that would have been huge for Rutgers. And there's a whistle for over the back. It'll stay here.
Well, good box out right there by Singleton. Got inside position, put a body on Mikolashikova.
Said the foul was on Mikolashikova. Just her second. Nobody in foul trouble except for Sayani Lassiter, who has 4. Fresh 20 on the shot clock. Morris. Lassiter. Rebound to Brown. Didn't hit the rim, though. They're running out of time. Mikolashikova with the board and a big one for OSU. There's a whistle on Rutgers. Ohio State has been great once they started to focus on getting to the free throw line. They've had 10 attempts, have made all of them. Now it's Mikolashikova's time. She's 2 for 2 from this. Oh, check that. She's not shooting. That's an on-shooting foul. Mike Sell, the floater. Harris fighting for it, but Singleton has it. Under 2 minutes to go.
And that was really good defense by Rutgers. I think it was Jalen Mason. Runs Mike Sell off the three-point line, forces her to shoot a floater. Really good defense. Now if you're Rutgers, you've got to get a shot down here. You've got to get an opportunity at the rim.
Singleton off her hand. You've said it maybe half a dozen times. Missed opportunities for the Scarlet Knights.
Yeah, you can see the frustration. Tim Eatman taking his deep breath right there.
When they played 15 days ago, Rutgers lost 19 turnovers. They've lost 20 in this game. They have no more margin for error. Sheldon with the shot clock at 5. Gonna have to force it. That's the first good break for the Scarlet Knights. Down by 4 with a minute to play. Trying to snap a 9-game losing streak. Morris, their leading scorer. In the corner. Lassiter again! Lassiter has 5 3-pointers on Timeout.
Seeing to use a timeout right here.
Lassiter has come. This is only the second game all year she's scored double digits, but man, has it come at a good time. Whistle on Lassiter. She's done. That's 5. She's out. And again, Miller will inbound. Sheldon with Morris guarding her. Mike Sell forces up a shot and gets the foul, and Jalen Mason can't believe it.
Putting pressure on the defense, attacking the paint, trying to get some easy opportunities or get to the foul line. Good job by Mike Sell to stay aggressive to the rim. And you can just see that left arm of Mason just came down.
And even though that's the first free throw of the game for Mike Sell, it is bad news for the Scarlet Knights. Taylor is the best free throw shooter on the floor tonight, shooting 93% on the season. Hits them both. One possession game here. 20 seconds to play, and Rutgers wants to think about it.
I'm confused as to why they dribbled the ball up the floor to call time.
Osh Brown is ready to inbound it. Their leading three-point shooter is number 0, Laisha Petrie. She is in the game at the elbow. 12 seconds to go. That's Morris with the ball. She wants a deep 3. Rebound over the back, called on J.C. Sheldon. 3.3 left. I wonder if they'll check to see if that's the exact time. Laisha Petrie, but she's only 34% from deep. Singleton's at the line. Got the first one. Rutgers will take a timeout to talk. Singleton, her team down 2, 3.7 on the clock. Way offline, hits the backboard and not the rim. Looks like Ohio State wants to call a timeout to talk about what their plan is now.
Timeout, Ohio State.
As they'll have to inbound it up by 2. You would practice and make sure they were the one giving it in?
Yeah, there's no doubt. You practice situations in practice and figure out who can inbound the basketball in these situations, who can make decisions, who can be on the floor and execute the play.
And no surprise that it was Braxton Miller doing that for Ohio State.
2 shots.
This first one is crucial. Sheldon books it, an 86% free throw shooter on the year. Does she miss this one on purpose, Steph, or ice it?
I wouldn't miss it on purpose.
She does not. 4-point lead. Nothing for Rutgers to do but heave it. No foul committed, no basket made, no win for Rutgers. Their losing streak